Peace. My name is G-Man of Law. My artist name is P Funk City G, and this is the Naked Truth. Today, I'm going to talk about friendship in Jamaica. Like anywhere in the world, life is based on relationships, and so it's good to have a strong foundation in relationships. Like I've said in previous episodes, I'm a student of the teachers of Elijah Muhammad. You know what I mean? He's like a grandfather that I never had. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know my mother's father. He was an alcoholic. I didn't know on my mother's side. On my father's side, he died. When my father was 6 years old. That caused his wife, my father's mother, to have to raise two boys. So I didn't have the wisdom of a grandfather, and it's very necessary. Those of you guys who have grandfathers and relationships with grandfathers, you know the value that he brings to your life. And some of us that don't have them, we don't miss them. But I miss that knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Our elders are the ones that teach us, and guide us, in our examples. So anyway, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is like a grandfather to us, He's or uncle, that has more knowledge than us, and so I rely on him to, I would say he's my greatest, what's the word? Because I'm not into heroes, but example. He's a great example, greatest example, that I've known. And in his teachings, problem 13, he talks about creating friendships in all walks of life, so on top of, let me give you that whole lesson, and then you can take the parts that you want. But this is what people, 5% nation, Allah's 5% nation, the Nation of Islam, anyone who has teachings of, or what they say, knowledge itself, walk around with this information. This is from the problem number 13 of the supreme wisdom. After learning mathematics, which is Islam, and Islam is mathematics, it stands true. You can always prove it at no limit of time. Then you must learn to use it and secure some benefit while you are living. That is luxury, money, good homes, friendship in all walks of life. Sit yourself in heaven at once. That is the greatest desire of your brother and teachers. So, when I came to Jamaica, this is what I was armed with. This information. So this is what prepared me to, seek friendships and build relationships. And one of the great relationships that I have here in Jamaica, and I would say the greatest outside of my immediate family, is Daymio Rich. Daymio Rich is an artist I produce, and we've been working together for about 15 years now. Our song right now, we got our record out, Still I Walk. Cass is vibing to it. I get nothing but good feedback on that record. It's a special song. It's about working hard. It's about even this right now. I'm working. I had to plan some time and create a schedule to, do this, to get information out, from a 56-year-old black man from America's point of view. And my whole goal is to unite. I want to, unite people. I'm a Libra, so I deal with balance, and so I've always worked to be a unifier. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, meeting Daymio Rich, I told you in one of the earlier episodes. It was a great opportunity for me to practice my skills and help artists. That's what what a producer does. That's what an engineer does. We are like trainers. You know what I'm saying? What a producer? Producer's like a trainer. It's like a trainer. He's in your corner. He's in the artist corner, and his whole goal is for you to be the best that you can be. And that's our relationship with Daymio Rich and I. I want him to be the best that he can be, and I believe in him in his ability to communicate his message, which is brotherhood. A lot of brothers out here, they come from a Rastafarian point of view, and they might not necessarily wear locks and red, yellow, and green every day or at any time, but they have in them the Rastafarian culture, the Rastafarian mind. Because Rastafari is a mind state, just like, Islam, as taught by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the Islam that's older than the sun, moon, and stars. That's what we walk around with, and so you might have nations of Islam who, walk around clean shaven, no hair, facial hairs, and you might have somebody like me with a beard, you know what I'm saying, or, who doesn't look like somebody in the Nation of Islam. But we have that information and are able to walk with that information in our daily lives. So, Rastafari is a state of mind. So anyway, me and Daymio Rich began working at his studio, Flex Rich Studios, the greatest, biggest, fanciest, and I would say most successful studio in the west side of Jamaica. He moved it to Kingston now, and so anyway, because the game changed now, nobody needs the big board. He had the Pro Tools controller 24, and I loved working on that board. A beautiful room, had top of the line, the best of everything. His studio was better than a lot of American studios, So so anyway, that's the environment that he created. Now, all someone needs is a laptop. Some people don't even need a laptop. They're making hit records on their phone. So the game, has changed within the last 15 years. It's more accessible. But the thing is that, it kind of tells like music is in a bad place right now, worldwide, because it's not musical anymore. It's more of an attitude. It's more of a commercial. It's more of like selling someone an idea. A lot of these rappers, they're selling a lifestyle, which is a negative lifestyle. It's violent. The boys want to be bad men, gangsters, and the females want to be bad bitches and bosses. And so this is reinforced, and a lot of the youth, they hear nothing else. They don't want to listen to nothing else. We grew up, hip hop, especially, in my prior to being around 12 years old, there was hip hop was only played in the evening on Friday nights. You didn't hear a rap record on during the day, and at that time, the hip hop was a more positive message. Like I said, and I'm going to explore later in this video, is that hip hop is revolutionary. Hip hop was started. The guys that started hip hop, came out the Nation of Islam. Some of them were FOI, in particular, Karate Pete, but so hip hop is revolutionary, like Rastafarianism is revolutionary. Revolutionary meaning not necessarily picking up a gun and fighting, but it means to defend yourself and defend your culture, and teach your culture, and and build the minds and community in the planet. So through the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, that's where I got my civilized way of life, and through Rastafarianism, that's where Daymio Rich got his understanding of successful way of life. So, like they say, real recognizes real all the time. That's a real brother. I recognized it, and follow through. You know what I'm saying? Worked at being a good friend, worked at being a good and honest business partner with business partners. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, but officially. So it's been a blessing. It's been a real blessing. It's been a brotherhood. And in 15 years, we've gone through a lot of things. I won't say a lot of bad things, mostly good things, or all good things. We haven't had any problems, and he's been a blessing to my life. And I couldn't imagine being where I am today in Jamaica, comfortable, you know what I mean, confident, secure, without, his friendship, his brotherhood, you know what I'm saying, and I appreciate him. In fact, he has a club, so whenever I want to hear some loud music, he has a bar grill restaurant, and on Sundays it's jumping. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna talk to him about we're gonna try to do I want to do a talent show, and have cats perform, come to Savile Lamar Sunday night and perform, and they can, it'll be good for them and good for us. From our point of view, we'll be able to see some new talent, people that we can work with, produce, teach what we know and how to be great, and also they're able to get some footage, and hopefully I can share some on this platform, so if you know anybody in that, who might be interested in that, email me at funktheworld, PHUNKTHE the world @gmail.com, and we'll get back in touch with you guys to let you know when is the first appearance and what you need to do to qualify. All right, but yeah, on New Year's Day we spent with Daymio Rich, my son and I, and he invited us over to get some footage. He was sacrificing a goat, and so I'd seen that a few times. My son probably has seen it from a distance, but we filmed the whole thing Daymio Rich is a master chef. Like I said, he has his own restaurant. Comes from a family line of Dre Reeser is the name of his restaurant. He comes from a long line of chefs and music and good eating. His family owns the McGrowders. They own the best tasting patty shop in Jamaica. My favorite patty shop. Like I said, their veg patties are made with chocho. Is it chocho? I forget what it. I forget what it's made of, but it's that green fruit-like vegetable, and it tastes like heaven. It tastes like a cheeseburger, and everybody like cheeseburgers, even if you don't like, beef. You know what I mean? You like a chicken burger, you like a veg burger. You know what I mean? But it tastes like a beef cheeseburger. I ain't gonna lie. So anyway, it's been a blessing. So the point that I'm making is that brotherhood. Anywhere you go in the world, if you're leaving America, even when you're in America and you're going to another town, you need good friends. You need good people, and you need people who you can are confident in to show you the culture, to show you what to do, what not to do, and things of that nature. And on the other side of the coin is be that friend. Somebody coming out of town, you know what I mean? Hey, what's up, man? You know what I mean? Make a friend. And to my, to my black American brothers and sisters, like, when we travel, try to get out the resort, so you can make friends, and see how people living, because we have become so, westernized, like, you know what I mean, especially as black Americans. It's like we have become like white people. You know what I'm saying? Our black women, they look like white women. You know what I'm saying? And our black men are the lowest on the totem pole in America, because black American men are the lowest on the totem pole, because we are the greatest threat to the white man. Quite honestly, we've raised their kids. You know what I'm saying? We've seen our mothers and brothers and uncles being mistreated, killed in the streets, and the police stopped the help from coming and so the brother die out. How many times have you heard that? It happened to me. You know what I'm saying? So, we've been mistreated, and they have put the black woman on a higher pedestal as us, as black men in America. You know what I'm saying? You take a black man, on average, you take a black man who goes to school as a youth, young boy, compared to a black female, especially an alpha male or a strong black, has leadership traits and all of that. That black boy is going to be persecuted in school. The teachers are going to they're going to cater to the little fairy, the little sweet little boys, and the black girls. You know what I'm saying? The black girls are in ghetto schools. They are the teacher. They are the example of a good student. And that's why there's so many black women in college, or with college educations, because they love school. They love it. And I hated school. And it's not that I was dumb. Wasn't, that I was dumb. It's that, there's I would say from elementary school through college. I remember when I was going to gifts for my, for business, a little associates, little BS, associate's degree in business. they had a meeting that they wanted to. What there was episode after episode, that I went through with the faculty. You know what I mean? They saw my leadership qualities, and they would have meetings, and they would use a specific reason for me not to show to the meeting because they know I had to. I was a leader, always. In that round. You know what I mean? I had the respect of the students and the staff. So they would ask me to do things to tell the students, and they would want me to, because I was working in the library, and I loved the library because I got to see a lot of people, got to meet a lot of people, create friendships. You know what I mean? And so they saw, how I dealt with people, and they would want me to, be on their team. They would want me to work in like the career office, the office where they get you jobs and all that stuff. And I tried for like a week and stuff, but it was like, it wasn't for me because it was like I was pushing their agenda with the students, and it was like I'd rather be in the library, you know what I mean, and just talk to people, on an equal level. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking on behalf of the school or anything. Like, we just have a mutual relationship. I don't want nothing from you, you don't want nothing from me. Catch a vibe, and I'll say something, to make your day great. You know what I mean? Or just do my job, which is to, be at the students' service to the people, And so, even I have a cousin who's a teacher upstate New York in the Rochester school system. And we had a discussion. He's like, yeah, I was telling him how I hated school. And he's like, yo, that's real, because, by third grade, kids, young black men, strong black men, hate school by the third grade. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, who quits the school most? The young black boys. And it's not because of the boys often, it's about the system, because the school is not to educate us to be free. The system is there to educate you how to be at the country's service, which is the business's service. The business is always looking to increase profit. In America, they're always looking to increase profit. They don't care about your quality of life. They're just going to give you enough to be in bondage, where you have to come back the next week and pick that checkup. You know what I'm saying? You are going to have to go there and be addicted to a check for 40, maybe 50 years for most people. Most people graduate at 17, 18, 19, 18 I'd probably say. So from 18 to 65, what's that, 47 years? 47 years. Yo, that's crazy. 47 years of the same. Doesn't make sense. But they're not educating us to do anything but that. And then we're in training because we're going to school from 8 o'clock to about 3 o'clock in the afternoon in America. So the school serves as two things: a babysitter. Ask the teachers, because they're gonna tell you they feel like babysitters, because their job is to keep the kids occupied while the parents can go out to work and make that money. When we were in elementary school, my mother didn't have to work. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna leave that right there. But she didn't have to work. My father, held it down. And it's not like she went to work because, she had to work and all of that. But it was like, basically, it was like, for her to have, like a more comfortable life. You know what I'm saying? So what happens is, the first few years, she was, a housewife. She took care of us, made sure everything was, fine. Anything. I guess when we got older, it was like, she had, we in school. You know what I mean? Let me do something to fill this time. But she, very talented. Like I said, she worked, at Bell Labs for, she retired from Bell Labs, in a hospital bed, and so, she had a, she was, comfortable, led comfortable life. He blessed us, like, we didn't have, we had, everything we needed. You know what I mean? Everything we needed. You know what I mean? And we're able to work. They allowed us to work. So for the things that we wanted. You know what I'm saying? So, grew up, a great life. But, it was like, I was taught to work, I started working at 12 years old, and I worked from 12 years old, till I would say around till about 17, 18 years ago, 17, 18 years. You know what I mean? So from that time, that's when I started running the streets, and it was like, but I was making, minimum wage. I was working full-time jobs, and I was like bring home like $350. That wasn't a lot of money at that time. So that was enough to where it's like you can't pay rent, but like for a teenager it's good money because and I would I stopped going to school when I was 12. In the system, public school. You know what I'm saying? My mother homeschooled us from the time I was 12. So we were able to work and make money and all of that. And so we, that was an advantage, all of us was working, me, my brother, my sister, my father, so we were good, But, and it's not like they had us out there working with like, yo, we need y'all to work, it wasn't that at all. It was just that, we had got, by the time we got, to a certain age, it was like, give us something to do too, Because like I said, like, if you learning, so schoolwork is only probably about 2 hours of work that you doing in school. The rest is like, like BS. You know what I mean? It's going in between classes, going to the bathrooms, going to lunch. You know what I mean? But the actual like work time, it's minimal. It's there to make us, to babysit us and get us to used to getting up early, going, leaving, doing something, and then coming back home. And we start doing that for the rest of our life till we retired. And that's why when people retire, it's like people who work regular jobs, they retire as soon as they can. You know what I mean? But, people who do what they want to do, and the owners of the companies and, and lawyers and accountants and professionals, they don't retire until they, they get to a certain age and they start working how they want to work, when they want to work. Because they don't have to work, but they go beyond their retirement. So, that's the system that's set up. So anyway, getting back to Daymio Rich, we created an opportunity for people to benefit from our knowledge, our experience. We building a movement. You know what I mean? Up movement. You know what I'm saying? And through working at his studio, I've been able to work with some top-notch artists here in Jamaica, including Fada Buki, Cyanide. Those are two of my favorite dancehall artists. And they're unsigned, underground. You know what I mean? But they're real. You know what I mean? They're like They have an ill story to tell from a street perspective, you know, and that's my whole brand. You know what I mean? My whole brand is street stories to pop sounding music. Simple, you know. So anyway, Father Buki and Sinai, you know, I was working with dude. I mean, Daymio Rich at the, you know, at Flex Rich, you know, and so he had top notch artists coming in wanting to work. We, you know, I'm playing, you know, I'm gonna probably finishing up a session before they came or came at, you know, when they were finishing up. But, you know, make long story short, I'm playing beats, rhythms. They like, yo, that's crazy. They start coming singers like, yo, that sound hot. Yeah, yo, why don't you go in there and jump on that? You know, and that's how we did. And we remade that one of the songs. What's the guy name? I think Sam something. I forget his name, but he did that song "Stay With Me." And Sam Smith, and we redid that. You know, with Father Buki, Sinai, and Daymio Rich. And renamed it. It was like a takeover. Renamed it "Don't Play With Me." You know what I mean? I'm gonna play that at the end of this video. It's fire. I love it. You know what I mean? I love the energy. I love that like grimy pain that, you know, that these artists over here like have mastered. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when you hear Daymio Rich, you know, perform, sing, you know what I mean? Like, you got no choice but to feel him and relate to his pain that he conveying in his message. You know what I mean? I love it. I love it. I love it. That's how hip hop started. You know what I mean? I also was able to work with Higher Grade. It's a Negril band from Negril. Alex and the fellas. Alex is an amazing, talented musician. You know, he's traveled. You know, he's probably still traveling. So I did some engineering stuff with them. We went to Kingston and I did some mixes for them. At Flex Rich Studios. It was a great experiment. Great experience. And I also got to work with Jabalon. Jabalon is another group from reggae band from the Grill. And they're well known in Jamaica. Jabalon, Jabalan, and one of the artists' name is what's his name? iStar. Because I'm trying to think of a couple things at the same time. But anyway, iStar. You know, we did a record, Never Give Up. You know what I'm saying? I Want My Cream. You know, I'm gonna play that featuring one of the hottest producers out here, DJ Barry, who's part of Flex Rich, and I started just put that funk on there with a little high, sound crazy, and I think that's about it on artists. Let me see. I Star, High Grade, yeah, Don't Play With Me, you know, and so that's where that is. Next, I would like to talk about, you know, the difference in gender roles here in Jamaica. You know, the gender roles are completely different and more natural here in Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? I can't think, you know, unless, you know, maybe if it's like a man and a woman, but I've never seen a man argue with a woman out here in Jamaica. Never. On the street, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, maybe his wife or something, I don't know. I haven't seen that, but you know what I mean? Like when you hear somebody fussing, it's, you know, like a woman to a woman, you know what I mean? Or a man to a man. the man, like, with the men, we ain't gonna be arguing too much. It's gonna either be like, like something or nothing. You know what I mean? But with the, in America, like, women have no respect for the black man. Because the black man is the lowest on the totem pole. You know what I'm saying? And so they have taken on in America, the black women, many of them, not all of them, but have taken on the role of a feminist. Like that whole white woman mind. Like, black women can relate. Most black women can relate to the agenda of the feminists more than they can relate to, black empowerment. And that's, they created the feminism to get the woman out the house or make her feel like she's missing something so she can work, make money, and live the American dream and all of that. Meanwhile, America is benefiting because you got more people working, you got more people able to pay taxes. I mean, this isn't like me, this is not me like with a conspiracy theory. This is in books. They talk about this. I think it was what was it, Rockefeller, I believe, who devised this plan to get people, everybody in the house working. So anyway, it's a whole game. And so, a lot of times, like, the black women got are further in the educational cycle. They have a higher imperial education than the black men. And that's to cause division. You know what I'm saying? At some point, my mother was making more than my pops. My pops, was when he retired from the post office. He had several jobs. He kept the job. I wouldn't say several jobs, but he had like two jobs that I remember as a child. Then one job closed, and then he had to like really hustle real fast till, you know what I mean, to like, so he did this and then that and then that until the post office. So he was a supervisor at that job. They moved to South Carolina, and they downsized, and he took a white man and gave him, down there with him, but they didn't take, But I'm glad, because I, you know what I'm saying, Anyway, but my mother made more than my father, but she respected him. You know what I'm saying? He was the head of the house. He made, He made the final decisions. You know what I mean, and all of that. But my mother comes from a different generation. Women that have respect for black men. Because in the '60s, women needed black men. You know what I'm saying? They needed the protection. And like getting into the with the protection thing too is that, like, people, I hear a lot of, black women say that men don't protect them, black men don't protect them, and it's like, when we were coming up, my mother was always home before dark. You know what I'm saying? And if she wasn't home after dark, she had my father with her, me with her, or my brother with her. That's how you protect a black woman. But you don't go out in public 10:30, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, and then she's arguing with the man at the food truck, and so he's drunk and they get into something. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I gotta make it home to my family. No, I'm not protecting you at that situation. You don't need to be out there. You understand what I'm saying? So like, it'll be foolish for a black man to protect. Your husband needs to protect you, and he needs to tell you don't be out there. So yeah, we're not gonna protect that. We got to come home and feed, protect our kids. You know what I'm saying? So if you, it's just like a child. Like if the child want to run the streets and do all crazy stuff and drugs, it's like, okay, you can't do that around here. You know what I mean? Because that, all of that has ramifications that's gonna affect the home. It's the same with women. Like what you doing out there, you can't mess up my life. You can't mess up another man's life who's taking care of children and all of that. You hear that story all the time. When I was growing up, it was like only once or twice you heard of a black woman getting killed. You know what I mean? Like it's the street, like she was strangled or something like that. Now that's all you hear. And it's not that the nature of men have changed, it's that the nature, not even the nature, but the mindset of women have changed. They think they got to be in the streets all the time. They always got to be doing something. And I'm not saying all, because the married women that are protected by their husbands, they not saying nothing. You're not hearing from them. You know what I'm saying? It's the boogers, the street broads, who want to confront every time somebody say something they don't like. It's like they trying to cancel, some brothers because of Angel Reese. Not because of Angel Reese, but because of how they responded to how she's moving out here. Now, I had never heard of Angel Reese until she played the game until after she played the game with Caitlin Clark from Iowa. That's the first time I heard of Angel. I had never heard of Angel Reese. I wasn't following basketball like that, women's basketball like that. I was watching the NBA. But now I'm not even watching the NBA. I'm watching the women's game now. You know what I mean? Because the NBA is boring. There's no dunking. Like the guys are scared to like basketball was a powerful game because it's like the people with the strongest mind is usually going to be the champion. You know what I mean? So that's how I used to, pick the champion. But now it's like, it's not about that. Like they softened the game, took the dunking out so that white boys can play basketball. You know what I'm saying? There's more white boys now than, back in the days when I was, watching it in the 90s. And in the 90s, they had like bad white boys. You know what I mean? Tom Chambers, Larry Bird. You know what I mean? John Stockton was nice. I wasn't my favorite, but he was nice. You know what I mean? Like, so, like he could come in there and like bust your guard's ass. Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the whole game is different now. You know what I'm saying? It's all about shooting like shot. Like anybody can shoot a shot. You know what I mean? You want to see somebody flying through the air on somebody. That it's like what Shaq was telling Angel Reese, like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, imagine, like, okay, you doing all of that whole clothes. Like, imagine you wearing that same stuff you be wearing on Wild 'N Out, and you dunk on a dude. Yo, that'd be crazy, right? And she's like feeling all awkward and stuff like that. Like, come on, man.
I've been attacked so many times. Death threats, I've been sexualized.
The girl gets mad and says, oh, wait a minute. Just because I'm dressed this way does not make me a whore. Which is true. Gentlemen, that is true. Just because they dress a certain way doesn't mean they are a certain way. Don't ever forget it. But ladies, you must understand that is fucking confusing. Just is. Now that would be like me, Dave Chappelle the comedian, walking around the streets in a cop uniform. Somebody might run up on me. Oh, thank God. Officer, help us. Come on, they're over here. Help us. not gonna be like, oh, just because I'm dressed this way does not make me a police officer. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, all right, lady, fine. You are not a whore. But you are wearing a whore's uniform, I'll tell you that shit right now.
Even with the long hair. And I know that's, that's not the best thing we need to do is to put all that different fake stuff in our hair. But who has been the model of beauty for the black woman in America? Who has been the model for hair for the black woman in America? The white woman. So we want our hair like hers. We want to mimic that. That was our model. And we don't, we want to make it black colored hair. But then too, we got slews of black women who have blonde hair, who are getting skin lightness. The self-hate we have been taught, you almost can't, how you quantify that? Okay, and the more false stuff we have on, the more we hate ourselves. That's what that shows. You even got the brothers now getting weaves and getting braids and everything. We are not making the kind of progress we think we are.
Funk City G. The first time I heard about Angel Reese was, like I said, she had played with Caitly Clark. So it was all over the news, and she going all like this, and you know what I mean? And it was like, yo, what? Everybody was, and so that's where she got the fans, because, the black women was like, oh, I like that. She feisty. You know what I'm saying? I was looking at it like, yo, it's like she's trying to out-white a white girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, these girls with these attitudes and all of that, they acting like white women. They acting like white women. They wear their hair like white women. They got the attitude, like the Mean Girls. You know what I mean? Remember that movie, The Mean Girl? And that's why I was saying, even like with the music, like with the hip hop now, like I shouldn't say call it hip hop, like the trap and the struggle and all of this, and it's like it's debauchery, but you can't shame them. You can't even, like you say debauchery, they looking at you like you dumb, but it's horrible. It's horrible, and these are the people that's representing us worldwide. This is what the little girls are looking up to. Caitly Clark got a boyfriend. Normal. You know what I mean? And yeah, go ahead. She can do that. Just because they do that don't mean we got to do that. The only thing we need to take from the white man is how they do business. We don't need to do anything else, learn anything else from them. We don't need to learn construction from them, because we the original construction. We don't need to know masonry from them, because we the original mason. We don't need to learn plumbing around them, because we devised the first plumbing systems. We don't need to learn nothing and try to emulate the white person for nothing except how they do business. Being on time, running, providing a good service, providing a good job on time, because the longer you take, the less money it costs you. These are the things that we can take from them. But the attitude and all of that, nah. We don't need none of that. We don't need none of that. So, I'm going to close this out, you know what I mean? But I just wanted to give a shout out to mUSEK. Murder Mook, the battle rapper. He 3-0'd Arsenal, and I'm glad he did because Arsenal tried to, disrespect him from, talking about his mom's. Like, how you gonna talk about a man mom's, yo? That died. That's deceased, yo. You know what I'm saying? That's like, yo, that's weird, yo. That's weird. Like, some things just because you can do it don't mean you should do it. Calico too. One of my favorite battle rappers. He destroyed Swamp. You know what I mean? But I'll give him 2-1 because one of them rounds, two is too possible. You know what I mean? But that might be a 3-0 too. But Swamp, fought back. You know what I mean? Now I want to talk about the hip hop and the history of hip hop. Now, in 1983, right? 1983, Run DMC's Sucker MCs came out. You know why? Because there became a lot of suckers coming into hip hop. A lot of cornballs started coming into hip hop. It started changing. And that's what I was talking about with Puff, right? Puff, like, I know it's like when the crack epidemic came, like, I got in the game probably about 87, 88, but it hit the streets probably around 84. And it was like, when I was talking about earlier in elementary school, like, you had the little corny boys that the teachers liked because they was non-threatening. You know what I'm saying? But everybody was scared of the special ed boys because they was crazy, and you know what I mean? Like, all of that. You know what I mean? That's the mentality of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I probably would have been in special ed if it wasn't, for the fact that I was smart. You know what I'm saying? But I was like doing the things that they were doing. But that's what Puff. Puff probably was like one of them cornballs, like teachers loved them. You know what I mean? He probably bringing apples to the teacher. You know what I mean? But he wasn't. You guys, Gene. You would see, in Gene Dale, they talked about it. He was, he wasn't really that dude. You know what I mean? When he went to Howard College, he went in like he had like a little, Volkswagen Rabbit. I mean, he wasn't like Cass, back then was driving 9.8s, Cadillacs, Audis, you know what I mean? So it was like, he wasn't really, like, he wasn't a street boy. And there's nothing to say about people going to college. You know what I'm saying? My favorite cousin went to Howard. You know what I'm saying? Let me clear this up too, about his favorite cousin. He my favorite cousin. But, Joe, he my little brother. My cousin Joe that I talked about in the last episode. I said my cousin Joe came out. Yeah, he's technically my cousin, but he grew up, like his first 5 years was, and he was around us. We was babysitting him because we was homeschooled. So I don't want to start no division, because my cousin favorite cousin Coey went to Howard University, made us all proud. You know what I'm saying? And what's crazy is now my cousin Joe, my little brother Joe, his daughter going to Howard too. You know what I mean? Yo, I love you. I ain't gonna call your name because you know what I mean, but I love you, Daddy's little girl, Joe's little daughter. You know who you are. I love you so much, and we so happy for you. You know what I mean? You got a great dad and a great mom, great role models, and I just love you dearly. I love all your brothers and sisters. I mean your sisters, and we expect the best for you and wish the best for you. Yeah, my cousin, he went to Howard. You know what I'm saying? And he fly. He a Libra too. I think he's October 10th. He's either October 10th or October 7th. So that's why we think the same. Like, you know what I mean? Like, like Anyway, yo, I just love Kobe. When he graduated high school, he came to spend before he went to college. He came to spend some time with me in the Bronx. I was living in the Bronx. You know what I mean? And yo, like he the type dude you could take him anywhere. You know what I mean? Like some cats, like some cousins, I couldn't take him to the hood. I couldn't take him to the hood. You know what I mean? That's you know. But Kobe, yo, wherever I went, he could go. You know what I'm saying? And I had them in some crazy situations. You know what I'm saying? But fortunately, you know, knock on wood. You know what I'm saying? You know, not never. You know, got out of hand. You know what I mean? But I you know, I love you, Kobe. And you know, one thing I wanted to clear up too is like last week I was saying something about last episode I was saying something about white women being ugly, and I shouldn't have said that because I shouldn't have to down you know anybody to make somebody look good, and that's what I was trying to get the point to the black woman is that yo, you're beautiful. You know what I mean? Like, you know, white women would love to look like you because you wake up beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Your skin is flawless. And, you know, the thing is, but once you try to become like someone else, you know what I mean? Like a white woman, looking like a white woman with the long hair, the straight hair, the permanent, that destroys your hair. You know what I'm saying? Like, all you need to do is be clean. Wash your face. Wash your body. At least once a day. And you're gonna be beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And the men you're attracting, when you're dressed like, you know what I mean, that old, the boss thing, you're inviting negative attention. You saw how Shaq was talking to Angela Reese. He wouldn't have had no reason to say nothing like that if she wasn't going out looking crazy. But he's wrong. Come on, like, we gotta take responsibility, but most of all, we gotta have self-respect for each other. And love yourself. And want for you what you want. Want for your brother and sister what you want for yourself. Easy, So I'm going to end it here. You know what I'm saying? I was going to talk about the history of hip-hop, but I'm going to leave some videos at the end for you to vibe out to. First one is going to be about how the Nation of Islam, the leaders of the Black Spades, who were the biggest, most powerful gang in the Bronx. They unified all of the gangs. Afrika Bambaataa didn't unify all the gangs. Right? He became a part of the biggest gang in the Bronx. But he got credit for unifying the gangs and doing all these spectacular things while he was being inappropriate with minors. That's not what built hip-hop. The lessons of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is what built hip-hop. Put in the mind. Black people didn't even know how to lead or even start an organization prior to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad receiving true Islam. The Islam that's older than the sun, moons, and stars. We didn't know nothing about organizing. But now black people are, got their organizing skills, and then they introduce, so we start blowing up, and then they introduce the crack for us to fall back down, keep us down. But those who have knowledge of self are able to rise above anything. That's what hip-hop is built on. They rose above their condition. They were going to school, racism, they couldn't leave their neighborhood. They would get beat up by Italian gangs. They had beef with Puerto Rican gangs. That's why we know that they didn't start the Puerto Ricans wasn't around when hip-hop started. They was in the park on the other side, kicking a sideball, kicking a soccer ball, and playing, they playing at bongo and all of that. It had nothing to do with the beginning of hip-hop. So, I'm going to leave it there. As usual, love, peace, and happiness.
To be honest with you, David President came out with it.
Right.
He was a president. He was a Muslim. He was a Muslim.
David himself came out of the Nation of Islam, and so did I. So we was a nation. We came out of the nation. We junior FY. Right. David was FY. No, I was junior FY.
Like I said, it was 7 of us.
Right.
We were sitting in the school. Sitting in the school inside the in the lunchroom. We were playing spades. We were playing spades at lunchtime. So we just came over and said, let's sneak us something.
Was David in the school with y'all though?
Yeah, David went to 123 with us. Yes, he did. Then he got out of school like 8th grade and went to school, 160 Muslim school. Went to Muslim school. He was like the main man. For a little man, he had a lot of heart. He had a lot of heart. And he was good with his hands. He was good with the martial arts. You know? And at that time, he was the Muslim life. You know?
What would you say, like Elijah Muhammad Muslim or?
Yeah.
Right.
I knew about the Muslims. That's it. But David used to give us knowledge about it. And it sounded real good, about our people not being pushed around. Giving knowledge about black people, letting us know where we came from, knowing things that we are capable of doing, how smart we all really are.
Right.
But we wasn't thinking about that, right?
And the black man was living here then. He was a scientist. He was a wise black man. Black men have always been wise. Black man has always been the wisest being in the universe. The black man has the most powerful brain in the universe. There is no intelligence more powerful than the intelligence of the black man. And because of this, the black man can't even create a thought that will destroy him. He's indestructible. You can blow up everything and the black man will still be here. You just can't get away from him, brother. So the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said they fill the earth, the problem.
Yo, Iclose. Yo, President. Rich kid. Saraya. Hey, yo, this. A rifleman, a boss, the one we make Pakistan. And me say, wanna strength me and me wanna done. Then. Big up, big East, Gully, Bank, and Russia, yo. And make me tell you this, you will never see the ways of a girl in a man.
So don't you play with what stay with me. Go get and kill my friend. So don't you play with me.
Some member I vex them, human rather than them. Them know me as spooky, but me real name a shame. So if you want a war pussy, bring it down then. We bad from long time, go and go ask pride at them. Bad from the road, right up to the stem. Say another alone, we want go shoot. Some boy lame, you fuck them, now send no chain. I wanna strand me, say that I wanna feel you a pen.
No play with what Booking and kill my friend.
Where I'm from, it's not a nice place. I seen the good, the bad, the ugly, blood clot face. Let me tell you on the episode fit me. Where I'm from, and everybody with me. A1 bad, Mr. can't trick me. Gunshot take a faster than chickpea. Gyron up! Chop a crunk chitney. In Island, I want me split tree. A rifleman, a boss, the one we make Pakistan. And me say, wanna strength me and me wanna done. Then. Big up, big East, Gully, Bank, and Russia, yo. And make me tell you this, you will never see the ways of a girl in a man.
So don't you play with what stay with me. Booking and kill my friend. So don't you play with me.
I'm the magician, yeah. And Daymio. If I should write a book about the hard life, when me and my friends them living dog life, it would be about the sofa, when we used to jam dumpling without the butter. If I should write a book about poverty, living in the country with my granny and she not got it, it would be a book about liberty, when my granny next door neighbor them cockatoo. If I should write a book about the hard times, the days when my pillow was grand rock, it would be a book about this, riding cold feet so weird to rest. Never be the worst. Pick up everyone for me daily treading way. And all this world is not be true. I'm magician. Say this is what it will be like, living the life as we feel like. The goes up on the hill when we feel like, rim spinning on the hum when we feel like, man fit toward the world when them feel like, be a pimp in the club when them feel like, girls come give me a rub when you feel like, puffing on a spliff big like. If I should write a book about the hard times, the days when my pillow was broad rock, it would be a book about this, riding cold feet so weird to rest. Never be the worst. Pick up everyone for me daily treading way. And all this world is not be true. If I should write a book about the hard life, when me and my friends them living dog life, it would be about the sofa, when we used to jam dumpling without the butter. If I should write a book about poverty, living in the country with my granny and she not got it, it would be a book about liberty, when my granny next door neighbor them cockatoo. If I should write a book about the hard times, the days when my pillow was broad rock, it would be a book about this, riding cold feet so weird to rest. Never be the worst. Pick up everyone for me daily treading way. And all this world is not be true. If I should write a book about the hard times, the days when my pillow was broad rock, it would be a book about this, riding cold feet so weird to rest. Pick up everyone for me daily treading way. With all the struggles I've been through. If I should write a book about the hard knocks, the days when my pillow was broad rock, it would be a book about stress, treading cold feet so weird to rest now. Would never be the worst. Pick up everyone for me daily treading day. With all the struggles I've been through, fighting through, yeah.
Hey, if me no know about nothing else, me know life's sweet. King Selassie I may give thanks for it. This a for the youth them will live on street. Iclose on the concrete. If me no know about nothing else, me know life's sweet. King Selassie I may give thanks for it. This a for the youth them will live on street. Iclose on the concrete. Let me tell you this, every man have a story. Every ghetto youth want to build a cheese story. From the poor days I know the glory. Jah guide me way every day, so me never lonely. Wallipa enough time. Me remember Romy, football we used to play, gal bush we used to roam me. Me want a bus now, fi people know me. How I do some man, no gonna if me no know about nothing else. Me know life's sweet. King Selassie I may give thanks for it. This a for the youth them will live on street. Iclose on the concrete. If me no know about nothing else, me know life's sweet. King Selassie I may give thanks for it. This a for the youth them will live on street. Iclose on the concrete.
Hey sire, today I got to do today, tomorrow is another day. Searching for a better life in a positively way. Locking up the stash away, save it for the rainy day. Sire and I say own a strength, so we have no time to play. Stop with food, we are quench them dog. Nothing bad mind, we no friend them dog. If you say you're real, no pretend them dog. Father protect them, Lord.
If me no know about nothing else, me know life's sweet. King Selassie, I may give thanks for it. This a for the youth, them will live on street. J-Lo's on the concrete. If me not know about nothing else, me know life sweet. King Selassie, I may give thanks for it. This a for the youth, them will live on street. J-Lo's on the concrete, let me tell you this. Whoa. Another one, another bomb. Yeah, yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah. Whoa, whoa, yeah. Me a struggler, the whole of we a hustler. Food fi eat, so the party top fi bubble, yeah. Me nah go do no crime, me nah go give no trouble, yeah. Father God, me pray to him a fi me savior. So bad mind, leave me alone. You'll never see me ball, no, you'll never see me frown. Pray for me fall, cause them want me go down. Jah pull me out with a powerful sound, yeah. When we arise, them want me to fall. Never give up, we keep standing tall. Jah by my side, so me firm like a wall. Tell me if I anything magnifical. Never give up, man, I fi fulfill me dreams. Want my coffee, yes, me want my cream.
Hey, G,
want my cream,
want
my cream.
Hey, magician, listen up. My life is magical, so me move mystical. Keep it real, so me stay natural. I'm so lyrical, me keys them punctual. When it come to music, G, I'm not the typical. I got the hustle for the paper, that's factual. Niggas wanna see me go down, hypocritical. Magician, you say never give up, no Google. All when them bad mind, we stay spiritual.
When we arise, them want me to fall. Never give up, we keep standing tall. Jah by my side, so me firm like a wall. Tell me if I anything magnifical. Never give up, man, I fi fulfill me dreams. Want my coffee, yes, me want my cream. Want my cream, me want my cream, yeah.
Every day we have to hustle in the streets, trying so hard to make two ends meet. And so I kept standing firm, so man not give up. Even when the times get tough, and even when the rocky get rough, on me 2 feet, me stand up. But not give up now, but not give up.
When we arise, them want me to fall. Never give up, we keep standing tall. Jah by my side, so me firm like a wall. Tell me if I anything magnifical. Never give up, man, I fi fulfill me dreams. Want my coffee, yes, me want my cream. Want my cream, me want my cream, yeah. Me a struggler, the whole of we a hustler. Food fi eat, so the party top fi bubble, yeah. Me nah go do no crime, me nah go give no trouble, yeah. Father God, me pray to him a fi me savior. So bad mind, leave me alone. You'll never see me ball, no, you'll never see me frown. Pray for me fall, cause them want me go down. Jah pull me out with a powerful sound, yeah. When we arise, them want me to fall. Never give up, we keep standing tall. Jah by my side, so me firm like a wall. Tell me if I anything magnifical. Never give up, man, I fi fulfill me dreams. Want my coffee, yes, me want my cream. Want my cream, me want my cream, yeah. When we arise, them want me to fall. Never give up, we keep standing tall. Jah by my side, so me firm like a wall. Tell me if I anything magnifical. Never give up, man, I fi fulfill me dreams. Want my coffee, yes, me want my cream. Want my cream, me want my cream, yeah.
Heard it? Saka. There you go. Hear me the GB. Come on!
In a me Gideon boot, man ready for the street.
Me nah give up, me still a blood clot war.
G tell me no surrender and tell me no retreat.
Me nah give up, me still a blood clot war.
The harder the backer, the victory more sweet.
Me nah give up, me still a blood clot war.
The road of the chop, the kids them have to eat.
Me nah give up, me still a walk.
House on the hill now, ready to go bill now. I'm so in low, chasing them in low. One more when I'm ID, carrying a driveway. When I cruise on the highway, none of them the bad like me. What's mine? Claim it like police bird if you could claim it. The cake off the slice, where them feel some bumble hole no one share it. Man teach them, unleash them. Them don't remember me when they fame it. Man bad from a long time, and not just now we know. In a me Gideon boot, man ready for the street.
Me nah give up, me still a blood clot war.
G tell me no surrender and tell me no retreat.
Me nah give up, me still a blood clot war.
The harder the backer, the victory more sweet.
Me nah give up, me still a blood clot war.
The road of the chop, the kids them have to eat.
Me nah give up, me still a walk.
For my dreams to come true, and money stop run through. And stay with me, play with me, each and every day with me. Fly when I want to, and buy when I want to. Money, 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 no. Stay with me, stay with me.
Bank book, heavyweight, money size, Bill Gates. Only become money state. Everyone a corporate, hard work, dedicate. More money, elevate. We step in it, we cups up, come make we celebrate.
In a me Gideon boot, man ready for the street.
Me nah give up, me still a blood clot war.
G tell me no surrender and tell me no retreat.
Me nah give up, me still a blood clot war.
The harder the backer, the victory more sweet.
Me nah give up, me still a blood clot war.
The road of the chop, the kids them have to eat.
Me nah give up, me still a walk.
Even though me stepping hard, please protect me lad. Me never left it when me left me yard.
How me fit on clown in a my town? Enemy can't hold me like stray dog. Me never sell out me place, Sablamar. Remember say gully a me days. In a hand them walk with it and no waste. No time to chase. They think them can seize up like y'all and get feel up there.
In a me Gideon boot, man ready for the street.
Me nah give up, me still a blood clot war.
G tell me no surrender and tell me no retreat.
Me nah give up, me still a blood clot war.
The harder the backer, the victory more sweet.
Me nah give up, me still a blood clot war.
The road of the chop, the kids them have to eat.
Me nah give up, me still a walk.
In a me Gideon boot, man ready for the street.
Me nah give up, me still a blood clot war.
G tell me no surrender and tell me no retreat.
Me nah give up, me still a blood clot war.
The harder the backer, the victory more sweet.
Me nah give up, me still a blood clot war.
The road of the chop, the kids them have to eat.
Me nah give up, me still a walk.
P Funk City G.